My wife died while giving birth to our third child. I buried her and held my children in my arms. Lucas, 4 years old, Julia, 2.5, David, not even a month old. My mother stayed to help care for them and pressured me every day to remarry. I refused, even as my entire family insisted I needed a wife again. 2 months later, I married a woman of good character. She treated my children with kindness, and I thanked God, believing she would never harm them. 1 month after the wedding, I returned home from work and found lunch ready. Lucas and Julia were waiting for me. We sat down, and as usual, I said, "Thank you, dear. The food is delicious." Hours passed, and I still hadn't seen the baby. I asked about him. She said he was still sleeping. I went to check on him, shook him gently, and he didn't wake up. I lifted him in my arms. His body was cold and stiff. The doctor told me he had passed away. "Why, doctor?" I cried. He answered, "It is God's will." I buried my son beside his mother's grave and said, "This is your child, my love. Please take care of him." When I returned home, I noticed the children looked unwell. I took them to the doctor. He said it was the shock of losing their mother and gave me some tonics. I never saw my wife mistreat them, and they never complained. But a month later, I rushed Julia to the hospital. She was already unconscious. They ran tests but found no cause. She died a week later, my heart shattered. I could only surrender her to the Lord. A few days later, after lunch, I fell asleep from exhaustion and dreamed my first wife appeared and said, "You didn't take good care of the children." "How not?" I asked. "I gave them everything." She replied, "No. 2 of our children were already harmed. Take good care of Lucas."
Do you think the stepmother is really guilty?
If you want to know what truly happened, comment the word truth for part 2 and tell us which part of the world you're watching from.